personal question. Normally when people talk about projections, we talk about projecting our negativity onto others. It seems I have the opposite problem. I often project positivity onto others and place the negativity on myself, unable to see that in fact I am okay and they're actually more cruel, malevolent than I thought they were. It's like I idolize people around me. Do you have any experience with that? I think it's a kind of codependent thing, thanks. So many times I've let others take advantage of me and I'm naively unaware of it. Yeah. It's because you don't understand yourself on the human level. You understand yourself, I'm sure, on great depth. Sorry, that sounded really rude, but it's because you don't understand your animal side on the human level. Like, I don't mean to call it negative, but you don't understand your selfishness, your want, your greed. So you understand your lightness and you understand your love, but you have to embrace all these sides and all these elements of you, and through embracing them, then you can stand up to other people and you can put up boundaries to other people. When you understand what you want, it makes you so much more stronger. But when you understand what you want, then it makes you more predator. That can be scary for us sometimes if we've always identified as the victim. And all of us have that ability to be predator. All of us are like, right, I want this house, or I want this, or I want that. And you just have to understand that side of yourself, and then understanding that side will make you more strong, believe it or not. We fear our dark side, but every element of us on the human helps us survive. It's like we've pushed down these like hunter instincts, these wanting to have things for ourselves, and through pushing them down, we've made ourselves just weak. I had this problem too. I still can have this problem too. So identifying what I want helps me put up boundaries with people. But it's still something I have to work with because I'm so used to looking for what other people want. And the more that I associate what I want in a situation, the stronger it makes me. Like the strongest person in the room is the person that knows what they want. The strongest person in the room isn't the person that knows what they want and get it will all cost to other people. That's the narcissistic psychopath personality. I'm not suggesting that in any level. Like, I'm not saying don't have compassion, but to understand what you want makes you strong. To understand when you're in a room of who you want to talk to and who you don't want to talk to, and that you're not guilty for having preferences, doesn't make you a bad person. Doesn't mean that you have to be rude to the people you don't want to talk to, but it means also that you don't spend hours in a conversation that you don't like. And what will happen in your brain is you'll be telling yourself you're not good enough to speak to the other person. It's all conditioning. It's all unconscious conditioning that's happening. But all of these things you have to work through slowly. It's like you're not going to get to them like that. You know, I've been working on myself for like 20 years and I still have to repetitively work on boundaries. I was brought up with shocking boundaries in my family, and yeah, and I didn't get taught how to put up appropriate boundaries. And also my family taught me that in order to have a peaceful household, we had to not have boundaries. Because we had a lot of illness in my family, the illness was all important, and what other people wanted wasn't important, or what I wanted wasn't important. It was important making the ill people peaceful. And so it's something that I always having to work on, and life put me in this situation of being the speaker, the non-duality speaker. It's not even like being a teacher. Like if I was a teacher of, say, like science or French or something, it's still even more intense than that, because people have this idea about you being this perfect person, and like they almost put you up as godlike. Whereas if you're just a French teacher, you're just a French teacher. And yeah, you have to have really strong boundaries in what I do. And then also life gave me a fairly pretty body as well. It's like the combination is I have to have super strong boundaries. But life is always doing that, and it can either sink you or float you. Like my personality could have been sinked by that, or it can float you. It can make you keep stepping up. And actually, the more I step up and the more I put boundaries in, the stronger and stronger I become. And the stronger and stronger I feel on the human level. And that's not, like, so look at that thought. So many times I've let other people take advantage of me, and I'm naively unaware. Look at that thought and try and turn it into a positive. Like, try to turn it into something that it's given you to learn. So try to, and this is good for everyone on the human level, and you're reconditioning yourself to try to look at the stumbles in life, what's caused you pain in life, as something that's helping you learn and grow. And that's so good to look at it like that, because then it's like giving you a pleasure out of a painful situation. It's giving you a tick of a painful situation. And don't get arrogant or cocky with this stuff on the human level. All of us can grow. All of us. When you think you're done, I had a good quote about this the other day. When you think you're done, and you think you've finished or you're arrived, then it cuts you off to all possibilities. And there's infinite possibilities, so there's infinite ways to change and to grow and to evolve on the human level. And we want to. That's what we're programmed to do, is to take in situations and to evolve from it on the human level. And then on the absolute level, it's perfect, brilliant stillness appearing as movement. So who is looking at all of this? Who's experiencing all of this right now? So we talked all about the human, the conditioning, and who experiences that human and the conditioning. I just quit drinking coffee last week, possibly my longest lasting addiction, 20 plus years. Now I'm not making light of it because I know how hard it is to battle with a real addiction, having struggled with alcohol addiction in the past. But I'm really wondering now if I should reconsider and maybe allow myself a little pleasure, which admittedly has been a huge part of my downtime and recreation and a large part of socializing at work. And yes, I could drink loads the stuff, living a rather Spartan life of little excess. And being vegan, I was really curious what this difference would make in my life, and I'm not really sure that it's worth it in the end. What do you think? Do you drink coffee? And if so, have you tried not drinking for a period, and did it feel good? I do drink coffee, but what I like is tea. That's my like. Yeah, I do go through periods without it. I don't really notice that much of a difference. I notice a lot of difference with the sugar, like eating lots of sugar and not eating lots of sugar, eating sugar late at night. But I don't notice so much difference with the tea or coffee. With the alcohol addiction, from what I understand from AA, I would never go back on that. I wouldn't get into that thinking. I would totally stay away from that, but I don't think you were asking about that. It's very difficult dealing with alcohol or drug addictions or eating disorders. Yeah. Thank you, Lisa. I resonate with the trauma you described from your days in the cabin. Can that be worked on in a one-to-one session, or would you recommend I found one here where we can join person to person? I'm not a trauma therapist, so I'm sure you could find a trauma therapist online or in person. I can help you understand yourself and understand it and understand what's happening. But I know trauma release techniques, but I don't know what would work on you. Like these are ones that I've used for myself. There's a book that you might enjoy called Waking the Tiger. But I can, or on the personal level in my sessions, I very much just reflect back to you. So I just keep asking questions and digging and make you think about what you're doing and what you're not doing and why you're doing it. And then the rest is down to you. And I get you to learn about your body. So I'll ask you lots of questions. How does that make you feel in the body when that happens? So that the attention goes into the feelings and you understand your feelings. And that gives you the tool of then, if you're in a situation you're feeling a strong feeling, you very quickly know what that means and what it's triggering in you. So I'm like a light shiner on the unconscious. I really found, from my personal technique of releasing trauma, is waking the tiger. And this works really well for me, but I don't know if it works so well for everybody. And that's basically, it's a process of staying with the feeling and letting the feeling come out of your body. But there's lots of different techniques. There's the rapid eye movement you can look up. There is kinesiology. There's lots of different, there's Reiki. Lots of different things. I am like a light shiner, a digger, and I find it fascinating and I love it. I don't mean to say that I love people suffering if they come with suffering or a difficult story, but I love helping them explore it and grow from that experience. Thanks, Lisa. No, alcohol is a big no. I will never return to that horror. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm I don't know if I can call myself an ex-addict or if I have to call myself an addict, but I was a bulimic, which apparently is the same as alcoholism or very similar to alcoholism. So I know there is, yeah. Thank you. I like the light shining approach. Yeah, I'm like an investigator. Like,